What's up, guys? Welcome to the Stats Free Sports channel. Let's get right into it. Here to bring you a video on Sauce Gardner and why I think he is him. Let's get into it. So being him, quote unquote, isn't just strictly on the field for football purposes, but also off the field. And I'm getting to why as the video goes on. So let's get started with it. So Sauce Gardner, he's in his rookie year. Culminated last week or yesterday, week 5 versus the Packers. Jets are now 4-1, and he wore the cheesehead. Turned up the crowd, getting a lot of boos. He's soaking it in. He's antagonizing the fans. Allen Lazard had to come through in the tunnel, knock the cheesehead off his head, and now he's going viral on social media. Now I'm gonna get into, and it's gonna culminate to the whole a whole conclusion of why I say he's him. So let me start with the first time I seen Sauce. So Sauce first 2 years in college in Cincinnati, never heard of him. I heard of a bunch of guys like Eli Ricks, Ringo, uh, obviously Stingley. The list goes on. What's the young guy that went to Georgia last year? He transferred, I think, from Florida to Georgia or somewhere to Georgia. He had like a gun charge or something and ended up going to Georgia. Had a tough year. He was projected to be a first round prospect. Ended up going like maybe fourth or fifth. I forgot his name, but he was a cornerback. I forgot his name, but I heard a bunch of other cornerbacks' names before Sauce Gardner. I never heard of Sauce Gardner until his junior year, which was last season. I seen him, fell in love with him, great prospect, good look to him. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Like he looked the part, good size, highlights look good. Now I had to watch the games. I had to watch the sophomore highlights. Then the season started. Then he lived up to what the highlights showed during the full season. So and the lure was there about him allowing no touchdowns. So that carried over to the NFL draft. And since the NFL draft, at least since the NFL draft workouts and stuff started to happen, I've started to see Sauce personality, Sauce's exuberance, Sauce's sauce for sauce. You know what I'm saying? And him going to the Jets at pick 4 was a great pick. He is the perfect spot for him, honestly. And I think, this all culminates now to why I say he's him. His lore of giving up no touchdowns is carrying over to the NFL. Obviously, he was a high enough pick to where that lore means something. Also his play stands for itself as well. But not just his play, but his branding. Coming with the name Sauce already reminds me, and I have no clue about this, but just when I seen it yesterday culminate with the cheese head and all that stuff, it reminded me of Floyd Mayweather. And I know prior to the draft or after the draft, Sauce had a sauce coming. I think was it a hot sauce, I believe. But I think Sauce is going to be a big player off the field as far as branding wise. Once this year is over, and he proves himself, which he already has to me the first 5 weeks. But he really proves himself when defensive rookie of the year maybe, or at least finish first team all defense, whatever. And possibly like a Pro Bowler maybe. But I definitely think Sauce will be a big time on the field and off the field guy because of branding. It reminds me of Floyd Mayweather to the T. So if you know why Floyd Mayweather changed from Pretty Boy Floyd to Money Mayweather, because of money, all because of branding. And when you become your own boss, when you own your own brand, that's gonna make you money long past when your skills diminish. And Sauce, I don't know personally if he's a generational talent. I wouldn't say that quite yet. He's very, very good. Started off very, very good. I don't recall a corner. I don't think even Ramsey started this good, but Ramsey wasn't him. They're different players. They're definitely different players. But I don't know if Ramsey started this hot like Sauce did. And even Stingley, he's solid, but he's not starting off the way Sauce did. But I still wouldn't consider Sauce generational just yet. He's very good though. But I think Sauce's name, Sauce's lore will make him generational. Where no, and him being in New York, his personality, the 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 hate fan, no, like just the football hate. The football hate fans will show him after the Jets play well and win, and he locked their receiver down. Is gonna be great for him and his career down the line, and even now, but also down the line as well. His stature will be boosted because of his name and his lore, and eventually he will give up a touchdown. That's on his record. Especially right now, fans are trying to debate. If the touchdowns that are given up near him are on him or are they not on him. And that's a big thing going on online. Because he's a master in zone and plays well in man. Jets with Robert Saleh defense, they play a mix of both. They're not strictly one thing. So sometimes when people have scored near Sauce, folks are trying to say it's man and it's really his man, but some saying it's zone and they're giving up coverage. But it doesn't really matter as long as the lore still around, and even after he gives one up officially, it's officially marked on his record. It's still gonna be like, man, Sauce gave up one in 4 years. Like, you know what I'm saying? The lore will still travel with him, and then uh, just seeing him talk more, he's in New York with the spotlight. It's gonna be different once he gets in his bag for real, and starts talking even more, which he talks a lot now. As a rookie, it's gonna be dangerous, and he's gonna be like his stock is gonna go sky high. And the thing is, he's not as good as Revis, to me personally. But the reason why Revis, even if he no, well, which he didn't talk, but even since Revis didn't talk, Pat Pete and Richard Sherman had no chance of being better than Revis when they were all hot at the same time, was because Revis was in New York, and they had the moniker of Revis Island. That's gonna get I think Sauce even more of a bump like Revis did, because you have his nickname Sauce, and you can say they're lost in the sauce. There's already graphics going around now about wide receivers being lost in the sauce, and and when a receiver does go off, it's a debate on was it on Sauce or not. Like, just for example, last game that just happened, the versus the Packers. You have highlights of Sauce locking up on Romeo Dobbs, excuse me, the other rookie from his draft class, and you got people saying in the comments, "Well, Dobbs was a fourth round pick. Sauce was the fourth overall pick. So what you expect?" But Dobbs is a good player, and you also see guys and girls like say Allen Lazard had like a 70-yard game or like 80-yard game, but folks will say, "Hey, Sauce didn't guard him at all." So it's gonna be a good debatable subject on, how good Sauce really is for a long time. But his personality is gonna make fans hate him, make rival fans hate him to the point where, his name will be boosted. His off the field antics after games, like with the cheesehead, like taunting fans and stuff, that's gonna be a good thing for his career down the line. So he's definitely him on the field, but I think mentally, I think he's gonna take his brand to the next level off the field as well, if he keeps doing what he's doing with the cheesehead after every game, talking smack, living up to the hype, and also playing well on the field. I think Sauce will be a household name and be a generational branding type of talent like a Revis. No, 'cause everyone can't be a brand like Revis. Revis Island, you know. Who else has one? That's it, really, right? Revis Island. People try to throw in Island here and there, it didn't really stick. But I think Sauce, being quote unquote lost in the sauce, will definitely be a big brand down the line in the near future. And I think it'll be bigger than his actual play sometimes when he gets older. Skills start to diminish or injuries start to settle in. Hopefully they don't. But I definitely think Sauce will definitely, his name will carry more weight as he get older than his game actually does still. and that's a good thing for him branding wise. So that's it for video, guys. No real analyzing his game, but I like what he's doing. If I'm correct, I like what he's doing off the field as well as on the field for his brand to grow beyond football or past his football playing years. So that's it for the video, guys. Like, share, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys next time.